Hey everyone, Wontonton here, back to bring another One Piece tournament match. This time we have Big Mom versus Lucci. He won the high roll, and so of course he's gonna go second. We both want to go second here. Both of our curves are a little bit odd going first. And we just have some regular turn 1 plays here where we just pass. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to go check out my Big Mom deck guide that I recently uploaded. I'll leave a link in the description down below. So when you're going first as Big Mom, you really want to see a pudding or a Sparrow in your hand. And it's a bonus if you manage to get one of them plus a 7 cost Big Mom, because that's the only way your curve really works out going first. And so we're very fortunate here, just being able to get that Sparrow. And then we triggered the Shirahoshi there, and that's one of the reasons I love playing yellow. I just get a high whenever they start swinging at my leader, and then I get to gamble on a trigger coming out. So we're gonna swing with Sparrow first here, and then he's going to counter it out. He won't go for the free block because he is afraid that I'm just gonna attach a bunch of Dawn onto my Big Mom here, and then just swing into the Borsalino, which is obviously a very high priority card for this deck. And the fact that he was down to 3 life this early, he's taken so much damage already, makes me think that he is kind of low on counters. I just want to apologize for the glare here. I'm just going to stick a little card on top of these bottom cards here just so you guys can see a little bit better. I think that when you're playing yellow and black, you kind of just want to curve out as best as you can. Just utilize your Dawn fully. So we're just going to drop the pudding here and then drop the cracker. And with yellow and black, it's not like you have too many options anyways. It's not like playing law or green, for example. So we're just going to counter out his attack with a Struce in there. Just trying to protect our Sparrow. When you're going first as yellow, I think you almost have to play a completely different game where you have to play a more tempo, a little bit faster, just because your curve is so wonky. And so I'm going to try my best to protect my characters here and just try to go for the more aggressive, higher tempo plays. The Sparrow is such a good card just because it's a searcher attached to a 5,000 body as well. That you can also get off of trigger. So we have a nice curve going on here because we have a 7-drop Big Mom in hand, and he is very aware of that. That is something that might be coming down this turn, so he chooses to block that first swing from our leader with Borsalino, because he's completely fine if we commit some Dawn here to get rid of Borsalino with Cracker, just because that means there's no 7-drop coming down here. And he chooses to take a life, which I think is the correct play, because if you keep giving life to yellow, they just keep extending the game and it just increases their odds of winning. And so sometimes you just have to take that 1 life and then just try to finish them a little bit faster. He's going to take a 7k swing to our Cracker, but unfortunately we're not able to defend that. Then he's going to go 7 to our leader, which we will take because once again we can't defend that, and at the same time we do want to get to that 3 life mark where we can start utilizing our leader ability. Then he just blockers up and leaves up 2 active Dawns, so we have to be aware of a shockwave as well. And so we search out that Sparrow, but we do want to swing first before dropping him because of those 2 active Dawn in the threat of Shockwave. So first here, he's just confirming my leader ability. We're going to use it. We're going to swing 8k into Kaku and then replace a card from our life. And because we attacked him before dropping the Parasparrow, he is forced to Shockwave and KO the Pudding rather than our Parasparrow. And then we just take another swing here with our 7-drop Big Mom into his Kaku, which he doesn't defend because Borsalino and his Fukuro is more valuable at this point because he is a little bit low. And he may be trying to look for a way to finish us off using Lucci's leader ability. He's going to take a huge swing at our Big Mom here just in an attempt to clear it. And it's very likely he doesn't have anything like a Sakazuki or an Isho to play maybe, or he's not feeling safe to just drop those guys without clearing out this Big Mom first because he is down to 2 life already. And so we just counter it out with our Ikaku Sovereignty and an additional 3,000 counter. And this is a very good sign for us because he essentially didn't do anything in this turn. He didn't develop anything, he didn't manage to do any damage or knock out one of our characters. So here we're going to try to get rid of one of his blockers just so that we can start swinging into his leader and maybe take some more life damage out. And because we did put a Thunderbolt at the top of our life, Thunderbolt on trigger can KO Borsalino, but cannot KO Fukuro. So once again, we're just going to rearrange the cards in our life here and just start swinging at his leader. And now he's in a pretty precarious situation where he is down to 1 blocker and 1 life. And so he's going to start fishing here with Spandam. And he decides to grab another blocker in Bluto, which is a very strong card for any CP9 deck. Katakuri, 8-drop Katakuri is a very strong card in a lot of scenarios where his flexibility really offers you the option of either maybe going more defensive and putting a Shirahoshi to your life, for example, giving you a strong trigger and an extra life, or maybe in this scenario where we are trying to push for more damage and we get rid of one of his pesky blockers, like a Fukuro. Even though it gives him an extra life, it does apply more pressure because he is down 1 more body off the board. And so here he decides to block her up even more, just dropping 2 more Fukuros. So we're going to swing a minimum of 6 here just so that he can't get a free block off with Borsalino. And again here, we're going to swing 7 with our leader just to rearrange our life again. And that is the 3rd time we've done this on these 3 lives. So now we know exactly what is in our life pool. And now we're just going to continue swinging at his leader here. While I was playing this, it did seem a little bit closer, but now after watching and editing this video, I'm not entirely sure how close it really was because it feels like he may have bricked, and just because he's played like maybe 4 to 5 blockers at this point, and so it's very possible that he just bricked his hand and he has no actual plays, which is the reason for us winning. Or it could also be that we've just applied enough pressure here that he hasn't been able to safely play any of the other cards, like maybe Sakazuki or Kuzan or anything. It's a little bit hard to say. But it's, I think, a testament to Lucci's leader ability, where he's just like a green kid, where even though he is falling behind on the board, the leaders themselves are a win condition just because of their ability to restand. So it's always something you have to keep mind of. You don't want to get too low because there's a potential that they can just keep swinging with their leaders and finish you off right there. And as you can see, here's a Sakazuki he had in his hand. I don't know if he's had that in his hand the whole time and he just hasn't had the opportunity to play it, or he just drew that. But we're going to go for end here. We have 6 attacks, he has no lives, and he has 3 blockers up. And so we're just going to attach 5,000 onto Shirahoshi to just maximize the number of attacks we have, because he is also low on cards in hand, and we were able to just finish him off right here. And that's it for me, everyone. As always, thanks for watching. As usually, my deck list will be in the description down below. If you guys like this type of content, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.